and we need to know how to navigate in it. And we need to know, how to live off the land, not just take from the land. So he also founded the business in 2019. There's something I forgot to say. And the reason why he founded the business was, again, to do his part for his people. He felt that was an area lacking. The outdoor survival aspect of it, because you need to know how to do these things, how to prepare a meal outside, how to live off the land, be aware of your surroundings, how to survive and live in nature. So that's why he started that business. Now on to, the other boxes that he checks. He has several nonprofit organizations, all type of philanthropy that he's done in the past. Over on his LinkedIn, you can just type in Mark Boles and you can see everything. His most current up-to-date role he has is Embark Mentor from the Reed Courts program. And it's called the Path Ahead Ventures program. And basically what that is a Kickstarter campaign, basically for Black and brown people, indigenous people of color, to help them start a business, or if they're already a business owner, help them scale their business. So he's a part of that. He's a mentor in that type of program. So that's it for the business section, or Black-owned business section. I'm going to give a narrative podcast round of applause for all the Black-owned business owners that I just named. There you have it, there you be. Positive frames of reference. We can do it no matter, despite how they try to make it look. We know how it is. So, we are not those stereotypes that they keep trying to push. All right. And the next part of my podcast is a spotlight section. And the spotlight is something I should like to thank I coined, because there was nobody doing spotlight segments in any media until I started doing it. I mean, of course, to say I started spotlights in general, that would be stupid. I mean, like, of course, on the news, you would see like editorials, fluff pieces, but as in regards as like giving people their flowers, nobody was doing that. Except me, but and I only been in this digital space for a little bit, and I noticed like just a wave of people start doing it. But I digress. Again, my platform is just all about providing positive frames of reference, and the reason why I started the spotlight section is just really to, it's a congratulatory nod to prominent figures that have gone above and beyond to uphold Black people and the Black culture and put us in a positive light and always use their platforms to speak on our matters and be unapologetic about it. The types of figures that I highlight on my on this section are usually people in the entertainment industry. So they're like actors, actresses, recording artists, comedians, athletes, public figures, well-known personalities. So, not to say like normal people don't matter, but I really kind of reserve my live when I go live, so that's an incentive to always tune in on a regular basis because I never know when I'm going to go live. I kind of like my formula lately has just been letting my stories compile. Like when I see positive headlines, I just kind of compile them and share the articles on the live. I try to like do 4 or 5 or 6, just depending on like how many come across my feed. But essentially what I'm trying to do here is just normalize being normal. So like positive things come through your feed because it's all about the algorithm. Because the media does portray us in a negative light, but sometimes we supply them because we click on these, we create these little memes, and we have all this kind of ratchet stuff, all this gang, all this twerker stuff. Like, we got the power to change the narrative. If we exhibit and display that we don't want the foolishness will quit getting pushed to the forefront. It's like you're a grown man, you're a grown woman, you can look at whatever you want to look at online. Nobody's saying you can't. But you got to promote what you love. If you say you love your community, if you say you want to build a nation, your page has to be indicative of that. You got to be sharing the type of content that matches up to what you say you want. So like on this music tip, we can hold these record label execs accountable. We can hold these artists accountable. We can email them and write them and let them know, like, hey, so if we want if we want to see more Kendricks and more Big Sean's and more young, conscious rappers rapping positive content and R&B singers with positive content, we got the power to make that happen. We have to just demonstrate that's what we want to see. Like that's the type of content we got to start sharing. But anyway, on to this spotlight. Today's spotlight goes to the very multi-talented, multi-dimensional, versatile, very lovely queen, Miss Ananda Lewis. Okay, so says she's a television host, carpenter. I was trying to find carpenter, where she learned how to carpentry from. Former model, social activist, VJ on BET and VJ on MTV. Her early years, she was born in March 21st, 1973 in LA. Her name means bliss in ancient Sanskrit. After her parents divorced, she moved to San Diego. Growing up, she had a speech impediment. She struggled with stutter. So, through the modeling, I suppose, and acting, kind of overcame that and corrected it. 1981, she entered a Little Miss San Diego contest and won. And then she got on got recognized by a modeling agency, and after that, as they say, the rest is history. I'm not going to go down reading all of her accolades. I'm just going to highlight, because this is just a spotlight, what I admire about her, and why I believe she deserves a spotlight. So it also says in the wiki that her ethnic background is Creek and Blackfoot Indian. And I'm so side tangent alert. Go off on a brief little side tangent before I finish up on her spotlight. It really irks me when I hear black people, when somebody got that good wavy corn silk hair, and they be like, "Ooh, I got Indian in my family." It really irks me when I hear black people say that. We was the original indigenous man. Do you understand that we was already here? There's not no place on the planet that we didn't already inhabit. So when I hear a black person talking about, "I got Indian in my family," I want to bump my head up against the wall. I'm like, "Nigga, you is the Indian in your family. What are you talking about? You're the Indian in your family. What do you mean? I got Indian in my family." I don't know. But anyway, so like I said, she's multi-talented, multifaceted, very, very articulate, has always been an outspoken person. I remember as a youngster, to tell how old I am, growing up in the early 90s, watching her on Teen Summit, BET's Teen Summit. The way she had control over the audience and how she was, curating that, keeping the order, and, hitting all her speaking points, and allowing the young people to express their views without being judgmental. But then also, being that adult in the room when it was going left. Some episodes of what did go left. I remember one episode where was a young lady, they had Scarface, the rapper Scarface on there, and the young lady had misconstrued something he said, and she took offense to it, and she was like, "You can't tell me people can't change. My dad's an ex-felon, and he's doing this and this and that and that. You can't tell me people." It was like, everybody was like, but Ananda got it back on track. But anyway, so also she's been on MTV. She had an epic moment on there where she kind of called out Q-Tip for debaucherism and the way women are depicted in videos, hip hop videos, to be specific. She's never not shied away from a challenge, because she's not a big burly woman, she's not muscular, but she stands her ground, and she holds her views, and she argues all her points articulately and intellectually, and I just think she is like a perfect, well, not a perfect, but a very good model for femininity, for black femininity. She's always conducted herself on camera very ladylike. I'm pretty sure she ain't all peaches and cream. I know people in the industry probably got something to say about her, but for what we've seen and for what we know of, I can only say from what I've seen, because I've never met the lady,